Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Have you ever put yourself in a position where you knew you'd be tempted, but you were confident that you could take it and come out triumphant on the other side? But it didn't exactly turn out that way. Well, I certainly have. Twice, in fact. And neither time turned out triumphant. The night of his arrest, Jesus knew that his disciples' faith would be challenged, and they would fail. Peter confidently declared, "I will lay down my life for your sake." But Jesus knew better. He said, "Will you lay down your life for my sake? Most assuredly I say to you, the rooster shall not crow till you have denied me 3 times. Later he told them, "Do you now believe? Indeed, the hour is coming, yes, has now come, that you will be scattered, each to his own, and will leave me alone." He told them, "All of you will be made to stumble because of me this night. For it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered." In the garden, he told his disciples, "Pray that you may not enter into temptation." But instead, they fell asleep. And when the soldiers came to arrest Jesus, they fled in fear, just as Jesus said they would. Peter followed from afar, but ended up denying his Lord, just as Jesus had predicted. They all thought they had strong enough faith, but things didn't turn out the way they thought. Circumstances will arise in our life that will challenge our faith. Testing always lays ahead, whether you're in school or that's just a distant memory. Testing just never stops. Our faith is tested sometimes when we least expect it, whether it's a new challenge at work, a sudden loss of income, a doctor's appointment, or a car accident. The unexpected pops up to test our faith. And the worst thing we can do is to walk into it self-confident that our own strength of faith will take us through. But the truth is, our hearts are weak. The key to spiritual strength and stability is humility. When we go into a trial saying, "I can do this, I'm strong enough, my faith will carry me through," that's when we fall flat on our face. But at the first signs of trouble, if we go to the Lord and admit our weakness and fear, and ask God to walk with us through it, because we can't do it alone, that's a prayer He will answer. That's when we find strength that we never knew we had before, and peace that floods our soul when troubles pile up, and grace when we fall. Those disciples who thought they would defend Jesus to their dying breath, what happened to them? They fled, hid, and didn't come out until we see them at Pentecost, preaching from the rooftops after the Holy Spirit entered them and gave them boldness. As the Lord told Paul, He tells us, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." Paul replied, "Therefore, most gladly I would rather boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest on me. Therefore I take pleasure in my infirmities, in reproaches and needs and persecutions and distresses, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong." How will you approach the next challenge in your life?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.